moving on to our next speaker, still in the NFT arena from Power Up NFTs, Matt Fortnow. Matt, as someone who has founded, built, and managed and sold a successful internet company, Matt Fortnow has been in the startup trenches. In 1996, he co-founded Commissioner.com, the internet's first fantasy sports service. Matt grew the company, which created fantasy sports leagues for the NFL, Major League Baseball, CBS Sports Lines, and several others. In 1999, he and his partner sold the company to CBS Sportsline, currently CBS, which still runs the products today. Previously, as an entertainment lawyer, Matt co-authored the 7th edition of This Business of Music, the Bible of the music industry. He's represented a variety of musical artists, songwriters, producers, and record companies. Appeared as a regular featured copyright expert on television and lectured internationally. An honors graduate from Carnegie Mellon University, a cum laude graduate of the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law. Please welcome to Techsylvania from Power Up NFTs for a session on Let's Make an NFT, Matt Fortnow.
How's everybody doing?
All good, man. We see you.
All right, great.
Yeah, Matt, we're live now, by the way. Sorry, I just introduced you.
I thought it was
ready
backstage. I thought it was backstage.
No, we're live now. We're live. It's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to let you know. I just introduced you. We had your speaker thing up, and they're waiting. They're like, let's do it. They're pumped.
Okay, great. All right, great to meet everybody here. Question: how do I share the screen here?
I believe it should be the button down below. I'm not sure. I'm not a technical guy, as some may say.
So hold on a second.
I'll let you know when it comes up, though.
I'm getting a technical error when I'm trying to share my screen.
I
don't know. Is there?
Yeah, he said it should be the second button with the screen, but obviously, I guess you click that, and there was a technical difficulty.
I'm clicking on it, but there's a red line through it. It's giving me an error. An error pops up. Oh well. All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the presentation. Sorry, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Was able to at least we're able to get in here. Okay, I'm going to run through my presentation. I did have some visuals that I wanted to actually do a walkthrough with creating your NFT on the OpenSea marketplace. But let's just mainly talk about what you're going to need for creating your NFT. So there's different aspects of your NFT that you want to be aware of and gather all the information for your NFT. So first, of course, you're going to have your main content of your NFT. So that's going to be your image, which could be some type of digital art or a photograph or anything like that. You could have a GIF, short animated image. Any type of video can be your NFT. And you could also use an audio file, a song, or any other type of audio file to be your NFT as well. Just keep in mind that there is a limit as to the file size that you can upload, as your NFT. I believe on OpenSea it's 40 megabytes. So one thing about using content for your NFT is that you want to make sure you own the rights to the NFT content. So, for example, don't just grab any image or digital art you see on the internet because someone has the copyrights in that. You don't want to infringe anybody's copyrights. I suggest you just create your own digital art. I mean, it's pretty easy. You can go to bomomo.com or pixelart.com and create something really cool. Same thing goes for video or any audio file as well. So once you have that main content, then you have to gather other aspects of your NFT. So in addition to the main content, you're going to need the name of your NFT. So the name of your NFT, you want to give it a name that's probably relevant to your NFT. You can call it whatever you like. If it's a one of one, you may want to put one of one in the name, or if it's in a particular edition, say you have an edition of 10, you you may want to put the edition number 1 of 10 or 3 of 10 or whatever in the name of the NFT. Secondly, you may need some preview content, particularly on OpenSea. So for example, if your main content is a video or it's an audio file, you may need some preview content that's going to represent your main content. So say, for example, you have a song, you want to have a little, song, cover art would be your preview content, and that's what people are going to see when they search. But when they access your NFT, then they can play the song. You're also going to need a description for your NFT, and the description should be something that tells the story of the NFT. What's it about? Maybe why you created it. Also, if you have any perks or unlockable content for your NFT, you want to put that in the description. And let's talk a little bit about perks or unlockable content. So perks are something extra that you can give to the person, or at least the first person or the winning bidder who buys your NFT. Could be something physical or something like, for example, Rob Gronkowski had some perks for the winner of his big 1 of 1 NFT. You got to meet Gronk, you got 2 tickets to a game, and you also got to go to Gronk Beach. Don't know what Gronk Beach is, but sounds like fun. So these are perks that you can offer with your NFT. I would suggest limiting the perks only to 1 person, because you don't know how many future owners there are going to be of the NFT. So you would list the perks in the NFT description, also any unlockable content. Now, unlockable content is a little different than perks. On OpenSea, unlockable content is content that only the owner of the NFT can see. So otherwise, it just shows as unlockable content. What you can put in unlockable content area, though, is only text. So if you want to include some other file, another video file or image file or whatnot, you can put a link to that in the text, or you can put your email address and have them contact you to have perks delivered, things like that, or any type of words of wisdom, whatever you want to include in the unlockable content area. Now, the perks aren't necessarily technically an aspect of your NFT. The perks it's more like a marketing tool to get to increase the value of your NFT, to get people to buy it, because with the NFT they will get these perks. So in the description, you want to mention the perks and the unlockable content. And another thing which makes NFTs really cool as opposed to traditional art and collectibles is the ongoing royalty. So on OpenSea, you can set an ongoing royalty for your NFT, and what that is, for every future time that your NFT is sold, you would get that percentage. So you can set your ongoing royalty, say for example 10%. So when your NFT is sold in the future, say you sell your NFT for 1 ETH, right? And then in the future, that person sells it for 5 ETH to someone else. Well, you would get 10% of that. So you get half an ETH coming back to you in all times in the future. Now imagine if you're a painter and you sell a painting. There's no ongoing royalty for your painting. That's just a one-time sale. So this is a cool aspect of NFTs. Generally, though, the percentage is only going to happen if the sale is on the same marketplace where you set your ongoing royalty. And then you can also choose an address where you want your ongoing royalty sent. Could be a separate wallet address than your wallet. And the final thing is the supply. Generally, NFTs have a supply of 1. That's what makes them non-fungible. So I suggest just sticking with the supply of 1 that will make your NFT unique. So now that you have all the information that you need for your NFT, the next thing we want to do is well, actually, the first thing you need to do is create your MetaMask wallet. Now, I'm assuming that this is an NFT conference, and most of you are familiar with NFTs and crypto, and probably have a crypto wallet. I suggest using MetaMask. Just go to your browser, type in metamask.io. MetaMask is easy to download. Just make sure you keep your secret phrase very secure, because anyone with that secret phrase can access your MetaMask wallet and then all your NFTs as well. So another thing to keep in mind, you don't necessarily need a MetaMask wallet. You can use any Ethereum-based wallet and connect that up with OpenSea. It's just MetaMask is easiest, and it connects really well with OpenSea. So once you go to OpenSea, if you just go to OpenSea. Just go to OpenSea.io, and you just click on the profile icon, and then you can connect your MetaMask wallet, and then you can start creating and minting NFTs. So one of the cool things about OpenSea is that it doesn't cost any gas fees to create your NFT. Now, I'm assuming everyone here knows what I'm talking about when I say gas. I'm not talking about gas at the pump for your car. It's the Ethereum network transaction fees. So, which I'm sure you're probably familiar with. So when you generally say you wanted to create an NFT, you write your own smart contract, and then you deploy the contract to the Ethereum network. You're going to pay gas fees. Aside from the fact that coding and Solidity can be pretty complicated, and you certainly don't want to make any mistakes, because once it's on the network, it can't be altered. So it's much easier creating NFTs in these marketplaces, and particularly OpenSea, I find for beginners is one of the easiest. There's no gas fees for actually minting your NFT. With OpenSea, though, there are going to be gas fees the first time that you list your NFT for sale. So on OpenSea, you can list it for auction or just at a particular price. Then you pay a one-time gas fee, and then you can create and list as many NFTs as you want for that one-time gas fee. So after you create the OpenSea account, the OpenSea account is really created by going to your by connecting your MetaMask wallet. So you not necessarily logging in to OpenSea. You're actually logging into OpenSea by verifying your account through your MetaMask wallet. You may be asked to sign in your wallet to connect to OpenSea. So once you're in OpenSea, you want to create an account. So what you're going to need for your account is a profile pic. Just I think 350 by 350 pixels is good for a profile pic. You want to pick a username for your account, and you want to pick a banner image. And I think they suggest 1400 by 400 for the banner image dimensions. You're also going to edit your profile and add a little short bio as well. So just a little bit about you, why you're, what brings you to the whole NFT space, and what's really cool about your NFT art or whatever that you're offering, as NFTs. So after you create your profile, on OpenSea. Now, unfortunately, this whole time I'm talking, I've been trying to troubleshoot this whole screen share thing, and fortunately, it's not. I don't know what's going on. These things happen. So I was going to do a whole walkthrough on OpenSea to show you everything. But certainly, if you have any questions, let me know and try to walk through it for yourself. when you get a chance. So the first thing that you must do after you create your OpenSea account, with your profile and username and everything. Next thing you want to do is create a collection. So before you can mint an NFT, you have to create a collection on OpenSea, and because all your NFTs will sit in a collection. So you want to think about several aspects of your collection before you create it. So first, there's the the theme or subject matter of your collection. So for example, what's your collection about? Is it just random NFTs that hit you at any particular time, or they like NFTs about dolphins or fire trucks or whatever, or old school video arcade games. So think about the theme or subject matter of your collection. Now you can have multiple collections on OpenSea as well. So if there's two particular distinct topics that you have, you can create two collections and have different NFTs in different collections. So you're going to need a name for your collection, which should be fairly descriptive about what your collection is about. Also, you can create a logo for a collection similar to like a profile pic that represents your collection. That would be around 350 by 350 pixels in dimensions. Also, there's going to be the banner image for your collection. So just to show more about you, similar to the banner image for your account, you can have a separate banner image for your collection. I mean, you can use the same image, or you can use a different image for your collection. Additionally, that's going to be about as well 1400 by 400 dimensions. In addition to that, there's a featured image, which could be, should have the similar theme to your banner image. What a featured image is, so OpenSea may want to feature you on their homepage. They feature various NFTs on their homepage, and they certainly rotate that in and out at different times. And if you create a feature image, that they could use that to promote your NFTs on their homepage. Hey, you never know. I believe the featured image dimensions are 600 by 400. You're also going to need a description for your for your collection. So here you get into more detail. What types of NFTs are in this collection. More about. You could also talk about any perks here as well, or any specific edition. Say you have different NFTs and different editions, and you can describe those here in the description of your collection. You can also have links in your collection, links to your social media, to your website. So it's good to provide those as well. And technically, when you're setting up your collection, this is where you set your ongoing royalty, not when you're minting your NFT. So when you create when you're creating your collection, you would set your ongoing royalty and your ongoing royalty address, which we discussed could be a separate address than your wallet address. So one thing to keep in mind with the ongoing royalties, when the initial sale of your NFT, you'll get the funds for the sale of your NFT, but the future sales, the ongoing royalty, is usually sent once a month. So you'll get that from time to time for any future sales of your NFT. And then once you have your collection all set, then you want to mint your NFT within your collection. So, as we discussed before, it's going to run, the minting process is going to run through all the different aspects of your NFT. The name, which is required, any necessary preview content. For example, as we mentioned, if it's a video or an audio file, you're going to need to upload a preview image or GIF. The description of your NFT. Now, also keep in mind that with the description, you can use Markdown language, which will enable you to add, bold text or italicized text, things like that. Very simple. Also, there's potentially you could also add different traits of your NFT when you mint your NFT. So, for example, if it's one of one edition, you can have that. Put that in there. Other traits, often, in-game items, NFTs have traits. It'll tell you what kind of power up each trait has. So, for example, strength, dexterity, constitution, whatever, and it tells you what level each trait there is. Then you can choose whether to set some unlockable content, and then there's the supply, and then you mint your NFT. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry I couldn't give you the walkthrough on all of this. But certainly, if there's any questions, I know I went through it kind of quickly, but if anyone has any questions about creating an NFT, go ahead.
Yeah, there was a question. Do you mind at some point in the future being able to share a link with the slides so people can access them afterward?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Because it got a bunch of kudos down here in the chat.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's more of like it's a MindMeister, but I can send a link to the MindMeister, and I was going to actually, rather than slides, I was actually going to go on OpenSea and do the whole walkthrough. But sure, I can send a link, no problem.
Yeah, no, thank you, because they were asking for it, and we do have a couple questions. The first one says, have you created an NFT yourself?
Sure, yeah, I've created several NFTs. Yes.
And the next one is, could you share it with us?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so sure, I could share it. I can share them with you.
These are questions from the attendees. So
sure, yeah, I've created the Three Stooges, official Three Stooges NFTs. So you can see those on OpenSea. You can go to just do a search for the Three Stooges, and you'll see the one with the verified blue check mark there. Create an NFT for Trey Mann, first round draft pick in the NBA draft this year out of Florida. So created on the foundation marketplace, created the NFT for the Screaming Sheep. Big video meme the past about 10 years ago. So yeah, I created a lot of NFTs and just messed around, creating just fun NFTs as well.
So I do have to ask about, so I know you were doing fantasy sports a while back. Is there any natural connection or any future between like NFTs and fantasy sports that we could see in the future?
Yes, there is actually. So, and I think there may be a few projects working on that already right now. But fantasy sports, especially since lately, the past few years, the fantasy sports has got more into actual straight up gambling as well, and the big guaranteed prize pool tournaments. So there are like versions of fantasy sports with NFTs, and the owner of the NFT will gain points based upon how that player does. Say you have the Tom Brady NFT, and then you compete against other people, and the value of the NFT would increase based upon the performance of the player in the actual games.
Yeah, and so I guess another question is, so how do you find a market for NFTs? Like if you're going to make an NFT, what's the best way to market it or look for a potential audience or buyer, I guess?
I mean, there's no short answer to that. That's
okay.
I mean, we actually have a whole section on our book, the NFT Handbook, which is coming out October 12th, and it's available on Amazon right now. You can check that out, which I wrote with Q Harrison Terry. We have a whole section on marketing NFTs. What you really want to do, a lot of it is really grassroots. You want to reach out to the community, reach out to the collectors, and really, present your story and the why you're creating these NFTs.
And where is the community? Just like for someone like me, I have no idea where the community is.
Well, I mean, there's lots of communities. There's communities on Reddit. There's communities on Telegram.
Okay.
On Discord, and Foundation Marketplace is very community based, right? Where the artists have followers, and actually on Foundation you can't even mint an NFT unless you're upvoted by the community or invited by a community member.
Okay.
So Twitter is very big as well. It's really about building your following and reaching out to the community.
And for a lot of people, and I have to ask myself, we see crazy amounts of money being exchanged for NFTs. Do you think that helps or hurts kind of the perception?
Both, actually. I mean, I think it definitely helps as far as getting awareness for NFTs and getting people excited about NFTs. But also, on the other hand, when you have all these big prices, a lot of people start thinking, oh, there's some kind of scam going on, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, with cryptocurrencies, I mean, there was a big FUD stage, and there's probably still a lot of cryptocurrency FUD going on. So, I mean, there's some NFT FUD going on, but they are definitely going more mainstream. You see big companies starting to get into the NFT game, purchasing NFTs, getting NFT projects rolling. So it's gaining a lot more credibility, each day.
And I want to tell you, Romanians are so innovative, and just they've already found your presentation, so it's being shared in the chat. So
cool.
So yeah, these guys are impressive. So that's already been done. So I guess we just have a couple minutes left. Did you have any closing thoughts or anything on the future of NFTs that you really look forward to seeing?
Yeah, the future of NFTs. I mean, there's a lot of great projects out there right now. And one thing possibly future are fractionalization of NFTs. Currently, I mean, you can buy a fraction. But when I say fractionalization, so NFTs can be used to represent physical object like a non-bankable asset, like an actual real physical painting. You can own a fractional share in that painting with an NFT. Or you can fractionalize like some type of income stream, royalties, or even fractionalize, intellectual property, copyright ownership, and you could not only have the collectible, but you could actually participate, in the income that property generates, with the NFT as well.
almost like a shareholder of a corporation, almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're owning a piece of an asset. Now, the only thing, the only roadblock there is that it may, in certain circumstances, or be considered a security by the Security Exchange Commission here in the U.S., which I mean, they put a big kibosh on the ICOs, back in 2017. So there's a lot of legal aspects just to be aware of. Another thing, like I mentioned this earlier, when making NFTs. Just be very cautious about using other people's intellectual property. And also, if you want to use somebody's likeness or an image of a celebrity, they have their publicity rights as well. Now, there are certain exceptions, for creating art and commentary and parody and things like that. But there's no it's not black and white. It's very gray. So just be aware there's a lot of legal aspects, surrounding creating art and NFTs. And another thing, generally, when you sell your NFT, generally you're not selling the copyrights in the NFT. You're just selling the NFT. So you can still license the content of the NFT, even though you've sold the actual NFT.
It's a little bit like the Wild West in the NFT world.
It's like the Wild West. I mean, we don't. There's no regulations specific regulations set. So yeah, it's definitely like the Wild West. Also, with the virtual land, NFTs, there's a lot of speculation going on there as well. So yeah, just be cautious, and just if something doesn't seem right, then it's probably not.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah,
we really
thanks. I
appreciate it.
apologize for the technical issue, but I'll send out the link, and certainly reach if anyone has any future questions. Feel free to reach out.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Matt.